All praises to the Most High in Christ. We thank God for thank the Most High Yahweh for another Sabbath. Uh, yeah, we want to talk about today how the world has, the world, the nations have uh, come in like a flood. Okay, the nations are coming at us like a flood, right? And at the same time, the Bible said, when let me get that. Okay, so yeah, we was talking about I'm here to talk about persecution, how the dragon, the nations are turning up their persecution, right? They're turning up the persecution against Israel. And so that's prophecy. We just want to go over a few things today to show you that this is the prophecy. This is the prophecy, right? The yeah, yeah. Let's start at verse 13 of Revelations, the 12th chapter. Because we see Esau's closed down his government. Actually, he's closed down his government. That's one thing about Esau. He'll he'll cut off. Let me see. He'll cut off, trying to get in the right light, his people. Collateral damage. Hundreds and thousands of his people. He'll collateral damage them. He'll consider them as collateral damage just to get to Israel, right? And what he see is the standard being lifted up against him. All right. So let's go back to Isaiah 59. Let's see. We're gonna come back here. All right. So we're gonna show here. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. All right. They're going to fear the name of the Lord from the west, talking about the heathens, right? See, all the heathens have gathered together in their crafty council, and their tumult, gathered together with a loud tumult and declared, okay, we will help you subdue Israel and cut them off from being a nation so we can gain the title deed to the vineyard, which is Israel and the earth, God's vineyard, right? That's all Bible. So this is God saying to the enemies from the west, you shall fear the name of the Lord. So he's going to start working in the west with it, which is Babylon, Egypt, America, Turtle Island, right? Zion, which is Israel. Through Israel, the Most High is going to start working to force the nations to revere his name, to say he is a God. He's the Almighty God. Because, see, they got their own gods now. But they're going to have to bow down and worship the real God. That's the ultimate objective and goal of the Most High Yahweh. And his glory from the rising of the sun. Now, the rising of the sun is Egypt. And not only, is the east, is the east. The sun rises in the east. But it's also talking about the glory of the coming of Christ. The glory of the coming of Christ. What happens when Christ comes? Those dry bones begin to get the flesh back on them. They begin to understand what's happening to them. They begin to take their identity back. And all you have to do to take your identity back is declare who you are and who your ancestors are. See, a lot of people say, oh, we got to go fight. We ain't got to fight nobody for our identity. We ain't got to ask them for justice. All we have to do is give ourselves justice by taking our identity back and claiming who we are. Stop claiming Negro, black, colored, Republicans, Democrat, you dummies. I'm talking about them Democrats and Republicans, Negro, black, colors, FBAs, young YNs, all of that crap. Put that aside. Here's what the Lord is going to do. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Let's read this next verse. We know about the standard? No, wait a minute. This is, I can't colorize it. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord. That's how you get your Redeemer, the power of Christ, the brightness of his coming shine on you, the light shining on you to reveal to you the truth and lighten your pathway. And also you shall be a beacon of light to your brothers and sisters, right? You shall be the salt of the earth, all right? And let's go ahead and read. Let's go ahead and read verse 21. As for me, this is my covenant with them, saith the Lord, my spirit that is on thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed's seed, saith the Lord, henceforth and forever. Now, as he start coming back, when he come back, we see now that my generation, my children's, my sons, my sons are speaking this truth. They got the truth. They will not go back. It says it's going forevermore. They ain't going to stop speaking. We know who we are. We know the injury and the violence you have done to us and my ancestors. And you keep committing this same act of violence, whether it be psychological or verbal or spiritual or physical, economic violence. We're going to go through that. I want y'all to look for, I'm going to schedule a video to show you the violence that our people do to our women and children, our men. Y'all always talking about the woman got to be in subjection to you. Okay, we're going to show you how that's supposed to be done. And we're going to show you the violence that you are committing by your brutish acts, calling women bitches, and what you've been doing to your kids that you're not taking accountability for. We're going to show that. We're going to show that in a live video. We want everybody to chime in and talk about it. I've got secular, I've got biblical, I've got infield science, I've got history showing the abuse on the women and children, history, biblical history and secular history, archaeology, sociology, anthropology. We got all of that. We're going to show all of that history to show our men abusing, our men and the nations abusing our women and children. We're going to show the black man abusing the women and children so he can get off that brutish behavior because he on a power struggle, because he feel inadequate. Because the black man, yeah, we know the enemy took him out of the house and made it hard for him to live on this earth and put his woman on the pedestal. But he didn't have to lay down and start doing drugs and selling drugs to his people. He could have did something different. He could have fought the enemy a little harder. He could have gave his life for his people. Well, yeah, from Geronimo on up until now, we didn't have to lay our guns down and stop fighting this enemy. Well, we know it was the Most High's will that we go under punishment, right? So we all guilty, But what I'm saying now, we don't have to keep that same mentality, because the Most High is rising up the standard against the enemy who's coming in like a flood against us, rushing us, bum rushing us with his propaganda, with his psychological violence, with his economical violence, with his systemic violence against us. And the Most High say the way we do that is that we keep his word in our mouths. We're going to go to something real quick here. All right, so we're here in Malachi. We're getting witnesses of this same thing, right? Malachi 1 and 11. And it says, from the rising of the sun, even unto the going down of the same, my name, rising of the sun to the going down of the sun, my name shall be great among the Gentiles, right? And in every place incense shall be offered unto my name, and a pure offering. For my name shall be great among the heathen, saith the Lord. All right. All right. So, yeah, we want to go to one more place. Let's go to Revelation. Okay, we're going to go to Revelation 12. The point is in 15, but we want to take it from Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right? So we see it happening right now. We're going to talk too much about that because you can see it. This explains what the wrath is about. The wrath of the enemy, the wrath of Babylon here in the northwest is about him knowing he has a short time. And so he turned up the heat on us. Why? Because he know it won't be long before we'll have the gun. The rabbit will have the gun, and the Most High will put him in his place. He know that the Gentile times is almost up, it's short, okay? All right, and let's keep reading. And the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth. When he saw that he was cast unto the earth, and when the dragon saw that he was cast down into the earth, what does that mean? That he is no longer up on his pedestal, the woman, the daughter of Babylon, untouched by any nations. Now the nations have begun to speak against him and his wickedness. We know what wickedness is. We know what being inhumane is, inhumanely treated. We know what that is. We know that all these wars that you created, Babylon, that you started, was not to protect us from the immorality of the rest of the nations. You are the leader of immorality on the earth. You are the leaders of the deleting of people and nations, the genocide. Right? You are the leader of all of that. You are the leader of going in people's land, stealing their name, identity, and their inheritance, and deleting their ancestors and their names. You changed the name of all the people. Chinese, Japanese, they were Moab. Now they are Edomites posing and they changed their name, but they're really in the land of Moab. Russia, all of those places. You've changed the name. You stole the identity of the people, of everybody that was ever in the land. Japhet, let me see. Japhet was in the land. Let me see. Who else? Let me see. Israelites, they called themselves as Moors. They wasn't supposed to be up there, but they was up there because they took over the land when you had them in captivity up there. Hannibal, September Severus, they took over the land, right? Metamusa, they took over the land, right? You had them in captivity over there, and they took over the land to preserve Israel, right? And let's see. So, Uh, the woman was, let's see, let me see. When the dragon, 13, when the dragon saw that he was cast down unto the earth, he persecuted the woman, which being Israel, which brought forth a man child. The man child was Christ, right? The woman was Israel. And the woman was given two wings of a great eagle. Two wings of a great eagle was America, right? America brought us down here and took over the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom's land here in North America and South America, Central America. The great wings were of the eagle was America, Edomites, setting up government here. Okay, that she might fly into the wilderness. The wilderness was slavery. Unto her place, stay behind the lines. Y'all stay in y'all's place. We gonna have jurisdiction over you. All that was to protect us, right? To set up some kind of system to where the hatred of the nations couldn't just rush in and destroy us. We had value. Not talking about that 1.8 or 7 trillion dollars that we spend with them. That's fake money. That's worth nothing. That's vanity. That's no value. That's going to be burned up when these nukes hit these places. Pretty soon, money ain't going to be worth nothing. It's going to be guns and bullets and food and land and people gathering together to protect themselves. That's going to be the value on the earth, right? Because all nations are going to, everybody's going to turn one another to each other. God going to separate the nations, and then we're going to turn on each other, and we're going to have to fight each other to survive on earth. That's all deliverance of Israel. Okay, so that's the wilderness. Flying to the wilderness unto her place. Her place is under the jurisdiction of the, you talking about the Constitution wasn't made for us. Yes, it is. It was made for us to protect us from the rest of the nations just coming and walking in our houses like that man told Trump. Just give us the word and we'll go from door to door and eliminate the problem, which we are the problem, right? That wasn't going to work for him, but yeah, that's how they think, right? That wasn't going to work for you, but that's how you think, right? Right, now you're trying to say, I didn't really mean it because you want a sneak attacker. Somebody said you can't just walk in their houses door to door like that. That ain't going to work. They'll tear you up. So he said, oh, I'm sorry. They want a sneak attackers. That ain't going to work. Okay, into her place where she nourished for a time, where she is nourished for a time. You see what I mean? She is nourished for a time and a half a time, right? From the face of the serpent. The face of the serpent is all of those people coming on you. The government saying, the government and the rest of the nation saying, let's put them away. They got these strange laws that stop us from establishing our wicked kingdom completely on the earth. Edition of Esther 13. Stop us from establishing our wicked kingdom on the earth and getting rid of all traces of godliness. Right? Okay? And let's keep reading. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman. Propaganda. After they set up and slavery was over, after that chain slavery and them being our slave masters directly over us on their plantations, in their laboratories, in their fields, they had to figure out another way, to pass on that mastery, that rulership to their ancestors. So they came up with the voting system. They came up with science. They came up with medicine. They came up with eugenics. They came up with experimenting in laboratories on us. Medicine. They came up with surveys. They came up with propaganda. They came up with news media, right? Okay? They came up with entertainment. Let's keep them occupied, laughing and giggling, and give them a little. We like to see them dance and sing. We like to be entertained by them, so let's pay them a little bit of money to dance and sing and coon out for us, right? To be the best coons they can be, right? All right? So that's what he did. He said, and the serpent cast out of his mouth flood uh, after the woman that might cause her to be carried away of the flood. We've been carried away too. Don't somebody say we ain't carried. We have been carried away. We have been victimized, right? Right? We've been carried away by the flood. That's the propaganda. That's the propaganda. That's their jurisdiction. That's their court system, right? And that's the pain. I'm going to show you how economic violence is paying for stuff, for a bill that we don't owe. These are our inheritance, and they are making us pay and get licensed to live on the earth, right? And pay them to live, to give us our stuff back and let us use our inheritance. They're paying. We got to pay them to let us use our inheritance that our ancestors left us to live on the earth. They did all that hard work, and they left land. They showed us how to farm. They showed us how to govern. They showed us the laws of God, to how to love. They took all of that away. Don't be so beat up on yourself, people, because you don't know how to keep the law, because that was our inheritance. They took that away too. They made sure that they taught us the doctrine of man instead of the commandments of God. They took our inheritance of the law. The law keep you healthy and living on the earth, keep you in favor with the Most High God, help you to turn back to your identity. They had to take the law to keep us in captivity. And the earth helped the woman. And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth. The earth, right? The earth. As the earth start vibrating and going into a rage against the heathens, and as these seals was opened up, these heathens start coming up, and they start fighting and turning against each other. These heathens start turning up archaeology, anthropology, evidence of who we are, right? Because why? Because they wanted to bring down the dragon, the Babylonian dragon, here in Babylon. They want to bring them down because why? The Babylonian dragon, violence on one people is violence on everybody. Violence practiced, violence taught is violence on the whole world. They committed violence on us. They committed violence on each other. So therefore they became their own enemies. A house divided among itself shall not stand. So as they began to fall, the earth shook vehemently and shook them into a craziness, and then they started revealing. And I tell you what we'll do. We'll make the Israelites, the real Israelites. We'll make them wake up and realize that they are who their enemy is, and who they love this white man. They got Stockholm syndrome. They call him white. They call themselves black. We're gonna wake them up to reveal their true selves, their true identity to them, and that's what Esau has been hiding in America to keep us subdued. And so that's going to cause turmoil against the devil, Esau, in his own land, against God's people. That's going to cause them to wake up and stop the propaganda factory. Stop the propaganda machine. So when they wake up, you're not going to be able to put them back to sleep. And they're going to be an enemy to their enemies, and they're going to begin to hold up that standard against that flood. That flood. Remember in Isaiah 59, The Lord shall lift up a standard. When the enemy come in like a flood, the Lord shall lift up a standard. He's talking about right now. The standard is the wall of truth that we are using to put up against the propaganda that these people have been gaslighting us on. They have been taking what we do out of context and saying that we are evil and wicked, and they're taking it out of context and saying it's hatred and it's racism and it's hatred we teaching. But it's still the standard against them. It's a standard against them while they trying to break it down, right? And say we're the evil ones on the earth, when it's actually they are projecting their image on us. The more we stand up and hold our image up, hold who we are up, the more we self-identify, call ourselves who God calls us, the more they're going to project their image on us. So we got to remember that. And that's how we fight against the propaganda machine that they say we are this and we are that. They are projecting their image on us. We need to let them know that don't bother us. We know who we are. The world know who we are, and y'all just sounding brave. Y'all beating the air because everybody know y'all projecting your image on us. We know who you are, Satan. You have been revealed. Okay, we got in 26 minutes now. I want to go over here. Remember, I'm coming on live to get everybody to talk about this abuse that our camps leaders and our camps are committing against women and children. Our camps, the pastors, the churches, the Christian churches have been doing it for years, right? The Edomites have always done their women and children like that. We have had laws against that, and I got the laws right here. I got them right here. I can show them to you. Out of Leviticus, that we have laws against abuse, violence, psychological, verbal, economic, sexual. Getting into that. We got laws against that. So we never did perpetrate that. They took our book from us and took our thinking and took our minds and projected their image on us. Remember that, okay? All right, so, and the earth helped the woman and opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, propaganda, which the dragon had cast out of his mouth. And the dragon was wroth at the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. You see what's happening now? The remnant of her seed, the remnant of Israel's seed is happening now. The generations have stood up and they got the standard. We gave them the standard. Don't think we far behind, y'all. Don't think, oh, they taking us by surprise. The Lord would never let that happen. I know that's what we thought. But our children, they have their shield and their banter, their shield and their bucklet in their hands, and they got the sword. They might not be using the sword, but in their mind, they're remembering what the Israelites are teaching. They remembering the word of God. They might not be, they smart now. They smart. They'll hold their shield up first. And they got their swords in their hand. They might not have them drawn yet. But they got the shield up blocking the propaganda. We ain't listening to that no more. They got the earplugs in and they blocking with their shields because they know the propaganda is coming. They're trying to project your image on us. That's not us. That's what they fighting first. And rightly so. These are some smart soldiers. And I don't care if you know it and hear it or not. You know it already, Esau. You just don't want us to know. You want us to think we stumbling and falling and y'all gonna get the best of us. I got plenty of time, man. I got plenty of time. I ain't really trying to rush through this, but I'm halfway through, or maybe over half. I'm going to read to you 2 Samuel, the 22nd chapter. We're going to go through the halfway. We're going to go through part of those verses to show you what's going to happen in these last days. Also, the standard after the propaganda, after we stop the propaganda, the remnant, what our remnant is going to do. This is the remnant, what our seed is going to do. And which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. They're gonna keep the commandments of God, We're going to have a remnant of our seed going to keep the commandments of God. Not only that, there's going to be the 2/3 are going to fight too. They're going to help hold the standard up. Although they might not keep the commandments of God, although they might die in nuclear warfare, although they might die in war while we fighting these people, we're going to be protected, those of us who keep the commandments of God. So let's go to 2 Samuel. All right, all praise to the Most High. 2 Samuel 22, we're going to run through this. I'm going to give some commentary. You guys meditate on this, because this is where we are now. This is what's about to happen in our confrontation against the heathens, right? Led by the Edomites, the border of wickedness. At 31, verse 31, 2 Samuel 22:31. As for God, his ways is perfect. The word of the Lord is tried. He is a buckler to all them that trust him. The Lord's word will not go out and come back void. We have tried his word. We stood on it. The Lord never let us down. We've been through the tribulations, and now we see his word said that he was going to deliver us from all the lands that we are in captivity. And as we see more and more of us being delivered, and those people receiving the just punishment, the just due that they earned, as we see them being brought down, we're gonna become more trusting of the Most High, and we're gonna understand that He's a covenant keeping God. He keep His covenant to Israel. Okay. For who is God? Save the Lord. He is the Lord. He is Bahashem. He is Bahashem. Yahweh Bahashem. Who is the rock? Save our God. Who is a rock? Save our God. He is the rock, right? God is my strength and power. That's the same thing, Bahashem, strength and power. He's reiterating. He's my strength and power. He maketh my way perfect. He's making it perfect. Y'all ain't got to worry about what these heathens are doing. He's perfecting our way through them. They're going to lay down, and we're going to walk over on dry ground over them. Over them. He's going to turn them from our man, what am I trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say. From persecutors, he's going to turn them from being our persecutors to being our servants. He's going to just flip them. He's going to flip them. God is my strength and my power. He maketh my way perfect. He's going through the laws, us keeping the laws, they're going to light up. It's going to light up our pathway. It's going to blind them. It's going to make them lay down. They can't see. They got to stop fighting. He maketh my feet like hinds' feet. Ain't that what David said when he was fighting the Philistines? He had Gad with him. Y'all know that, don't you? Gad, it was helping David when Saul was pursuing him. Not only that, when he had to fight the Philistines took him in when Saul was pursuing him. But they also turned against him when he became king. And Gad was his armor guard, armor bearer, armor guard. He was his soldiers, just like the United States Army is the so-called United States federal government. That's their war machine. Gad was his war machine. David. And the soldiers and here in America can tell you when they fought here, when they fought Gad and the northern kingdom, Gad leading, when they fought Gad, they said Gad ran like a deer. He'll shoot over here to your left, and before you know it, he'd inducted behind 2 or 3 trees, and he'd flanked you on the right. He was fast as a deer, and he had hinds feet. That's what that means. Deer, they leap. He could leap. He jumped out of trees. He fought like no enemy has ever fought before. They never seen an enemy like Gad. He setteth my feet up on high places. Gad Gad could walk along the edges of mountains. He walked along the edges. Yeah, those skyscrapers, that was Gad up there, right? That was Gad up there building those skyscrapers. We built those, we walked up there and set those stones in place, right? Gad. He teaches my hands to war. You ain't got to worry about, I can't fight. Yeah, he going to teach you. He going to teach you. Okay? So that the bow of steel is broken in my arms. You're going to be able to break steel in your hands. You're going to be able to take that bow, whatever your weapon of choice be, you're going to be a master of it. Thou hast also given me the shield of salvation, right? What is the shield of salvation? The seal in your forehead, keeping the laws, enduring to the end. All right. Thy gentleness hath made me great. God's gentleness. God's gentleness is what makes you great. Right? His gentleness toward you. Thou hast enlarged my step up under me. In other words, we'll be on the ledge, but to us, it'll be like walking on a 5x5 floor step. It's a 5x5, a little ledge, a thin ledge. Your feet will be so sure on it. You know, I don't care. I don't care if you don't, if you can't walk a tightrope, it's gonna be you walking a tightrope gonna be like you walking on flat ground. Flat ground. 5x5 pathway. Okay. So that my feet did not slip. Thou hast enlarged my step so that my feet did not slip. Right? You're going to get stronger and stronger at keeping the most high laws of God. Can't nobody keep the law. Keep them. Start keeping them and watch and see how easy it's going to be for you to keep the laws of God. I have pursued my enemies to destroy them and turn not again until I have consumed them. Right? It's going to come a time when they attack us, when they come all out attack, and God give us permission to defend ourselves. We're going to not only defend ourselves, but we're going to chase them down and put them in chains. We're going to chase them down and put them in chains. It ain't so much, don't be so all ready to kill all of the enemies like Gaza and all of them kill baby, innocent women and kids. Because some of them people going to be your servants. So you kill the people who keep raising their guns up. You're going to have to destroy, forget the algorithm. This is meant for whoever can see it. Most High going to bring us in to look. And plus, the Holy Spirit is going to give us all the same thing anyway. We don't need no damn social medias and two-way radios and all of that and 4G towers and all of that, because the Most High, the Spirit of the Most High, He's in all of us at the same time, and He's going to communicate His will to us all at the same time and give us what we need to know in order to stay current in our positions against this enemy. Pursue my enemies and destroy them and turn not again until I had consumed them. We ain't going to run from them. I have consumed them and wounded them that they could not rise. Yea, they are fallen under my feet. That's happening right now. When we take our identity back, then they have no more weapons against us. Because their carnal weapons, they formed them. They formed them. Violence, with psychological violence, economical violence, all of that is crumbling under their feet. What they do to us is going to be reversed on them. The economical violence, that's happening to them now. They're under that curse now. For thou hast girded me with strength to battle. He fitted you with the strength. It's in your bones, in your muscles, in your mind to battle. Them that rose up against me hast thou subdued under me. They rose up, all their armies and their special forces and all their drones and all their military psychological warfare. He subdued them right there while we sitting there looking at him. They brought them down low. They was raised up high, now they brought down low. Right? Verse 41, thou hast also given me the neck of mine enemy. Charlie, you know who? Charlie, you know who? Charlie, you know who? The neck of my enemy. Charlie Kirk, right? The necks of mine enemy. Even when they do it to each other, they're still giving it to us. They're giving us the victory. He gave us the victory. He used their hands to give us the victory. Okay? Thou hast given me the necks of my enemy that I might destroy them that hate me. Is that describing him? Them that hate me? And that was just one. That was just their sacrifice, the ones that were sacrificed. And to me, I don't even believe that man is destroyed. We know his spirit, the spirit that he was coming in has not been destroyed, but I don't think he's off the earth. I think they just used that to make him a martyr so they can be justified with the rest of the world to come after us. And we welcome that. We welcome that. Because the Most High is telling us what he's going to do to the rest of y'all. Because y'all all hate us. So that's coming. Whether it was real, whether that murking was real or not, it's coming to y'all. By your own hands. And by the plagues of Egypt that the Most High is putting on y'all. They looked, but there was none to save them. Even unto the Lord, but he answered them not. They ain't got nobody to save. Remember when we had nobody to save us? All you nations came over here and ate off of us and used us as your delicatessen. Well, you know what I'm trying to say. Delicacies. Used us for your delicacy. You took our resources. You slandered us. You bum rushed us. And we didn't have nobody to save us. So you know how I feel. Now you're going to know how I feel. Even the Lord, but he answered them not. You can pray and all you want to. You can pray and say, God. I remember when y'all would curse God. My effing God. You remember y'all used to say that? That was Esau's favorite word. My effing God. My effing God. You cussed him, call yourself praising him. Trying to make us think you praising God. You was cussing God. Okay. Then did I beat them as small as the dust of the earth. That's the Lord beating y'all. I did stamp them as the Murray of the street. He stumped on them, and did spread them abroad. So you're going to scatter y'all. We're going to scatter y'all. When the Most High get through scattering y'all, you're going to be, dang, we know how it feels now, what we did to those Israelites. Thus, thou also hast delivered me from the striving of my people. We're going to stop fighting against one another. We're going to stop fighting against one another. We see that happening now. The striving of my people. Thou hast kept me to be head of the heathens. A people which I knew not shall serve me. Right? That's what we were saying. They're going to go from persecutors to servants. Right? Okay? Strangers shall submit themselves unto me. I don't want you kissing my feet and nothing like kissing my ring. Keep your mouth to yourself. All I want you to do, go back in your place and remember who your masters are. All right? Submit yourself. Look out for me. Care for me like we care for you. Comfort us. That's all we want. Comfort us. Bring us our stuff back. Bring it back to us. Okay? Submit themselves unto me. As soon as they hear, they shall be obedient unto me. As soon, just like we speaking it out now, y'all start speaking it into the atmosphere, and we see it happening right now. We wanted our identity back. What are they doing? They're declaring who we are. They are declaring the injuries that they've caused us. Right? Okay. Strangers shall fade away, and they shall be afraid out of their closed places. They're going to be hid, closed in, still be afraid. That's what's happening right now. That's what the dragon is doing right now. That's why he coming at us like a flood with wrath and hatred and violence. That's why he's coming at us like that, because he's afraid. That's why he shut down the government, because we got people working in the government. They got the standard built up for themselves. They got gated neighborhoods and stuff, and they still scared. They got eye in the sky, they got drones, they got telescopes, they can see everything happening, but they see the Most High building us up mentally, taking off the psychological chains from our minds. They see that. They scared in their closed places. They in the underground tunnels, in their high mountain houses, in their high rises, in their economic safety. They afraid, not because of us. The Lord liveth and blesses, and blessed be my rock, and exalted be God of the rock of my salvation. He's blessed. He's exalted. They see him. This is why they scared. They know he liveth. No, they know they can't. They don't have no weapon that can hurt him. He's exalted up. In other words, he's exalted because we raising him up. That means we're going to get our power back. We're going to get our protector and our strength back, right? It is God that avenged me. He's going to avenge us, and that bringeth down the people under me. It's him doing it. Now, see, y'all thought we was bragging, talking about we going to come out and get you. No, he going to set y'all in y'all right place. He going to set y'all be in the red line district. He going to set y'all in your place in the ghettos. He's going to set all that up. It is him that bring you down. Don't look over. You look at us every time something happened to you. Every time something happened to y'all, y'all look up over at us. Micro expressions. You look over at us like you son of. We didn't do it. Y'all did it to yourself, man. And women, children, and bring it down to people under me. Verse 49, and that bringeth me forth from mine enemies. He's separating us, right? Y'all talking about, no, we still under his laws and we still in slavery, and he's going to bring us out of his enemies, out away from our enemies. That's because your mind and stuff going to say, hey, we free. We ain't subject to this man no more. We ain't Negro, black, and colored, and FBAs. You know, it's going to be 2/3. But the ones that's going to come out, the 1/3, the ones that's going to come out, this is how we going to be thinking. Thou also hast lifted me up on high above them that rose against me. We remember the curse was we were brought down very low. Now in our thinking and in our returning to our identity, we are raising up. That's why they don't want us to come to our identity and to claim self-determination and to claim our sovereignty back, General Yohana, because we are rising above them. That's what you're afraid of. That's what you're afraid of, General Yohana. You doing better, though. Although I won't brag on you on that little lecture you just gave. I thought it was kind of perverted. But, you know, you doing a little better. You got to surrender, man. You got to surrender to the Most High and be saved, man. And be in your thinking. Because you still violent, man. You still violent towards your people. You still a brute. Okay? Let's see. That's just something I see. You can change. You gonna change it. You gonna change it. We all got problems. We all got problems, right? But you know, me being worship ain't one of mine. Okay, rose up and see, and that bringeth forth, and that bringeth me forth from mine enemies. Thou also hast lifted me up on high above them that rose up against me. Right? All the nations that came over and got high up, we had to borrow our own resources back. We had to pay y'all to live. He said, to rose up against me, thou hast delivered me from the violent man. The violent man is not just physical violence. It's this system you set up against us and set your children, your offspring, your bastard children, brought people over here. They're saying, we white, y'all can be white. That's the violence against us. The violent man is the nation of Esau and his allies, okay? Therefore will I give thanks unto the Lord among the heathens. That's why we sing and praise. We giving thanks to the Most High. You see us rejoicing. Y'all said, y'all ain't out of the woods yet. We still got these guns and these drones and stuff. We still threatening y'all. We gonna do this to y'all, right? You better be scared. We gonna get y'all. We sing and praise. What OTD Jakes used to say? Praise the Lord ahead of time. Give thanks unto the Most High ahead of time for the blessings to come. We being blessed right now. We coming out of Jacob's trouble. We ain't going in Jacob's trouble. We coming out of Jacob's trouble. I don't know about some of y'all. The nations that's being born of our children, our offspring that never seen Jacob's trouble or don't even believe in it. I got children that say they don't believe in no history, no Bible. They just getting what they can get right now. Those people, they are going into Jacob's trouble, not us. Your wicked Edomite children and the rest of the nations who ignore what the Most High said, that he is lifting us up against them, they going into Jacob's trouble. Right? The trust in Esau's kingdom to be revised again, they going into Jacob's trouble. But for his people, us who keep the law and return into our identity and our covenant, we coming out of Jacob's trouble. Okay? I will sing praises unto thy name. He is a tower of salvation. He is the tower of salvation for his king. He is the tower of salvation for his king. Must be talking about Christ and Israel. He is the tower of salvation for his king. And then, so, that was the end right there. For his king. And showeth mercy to his anointed, unto David and to his seed forevermore. So that's the Most High and Christ. All praises. That's what he's doing. That's what he's going to do in these last days. So I just want to end it with this. The Israelites are angels, not them. All right. All like this one right here. I like that picture right there.
Got angels.
We gonna meet. We gonna see our people again, man. I like this one right here. I like this picture right here. All right, praise to the Most High. We thank and praise God for everything that He is doing. We're trying to help you get the fear off of you and get the faith working again, right? We want the faith to work, and we want you to start speaking those things that are not as though they were, speaking the victory into existence. And if you're worried about can we win, we gonna win. We gonna win. I just showed you. Remember, look for the video, the live stream that we're gonna do to try to help our camps and our people, try to help them to get rid of that brutish attitude they have toward their own people, the old people and the women and children. I forgot that. A lot of our men, they have daddy issues, right? You know, they trying to come up on the backs of walking on their elders. Their elders. Their mama taught them. A lot of our people that's out there now teach their mama taught them that they were better than their fathers. But it's their fathers that they need to learn the wisdom from, the wisdom of life. Along with the scriptures, we live the wisdom of life. We can teach you how to think as adult men, right? That's ancestry long, your fathers' fathers teach you how to be men so you can stop being wimps and stop being brutal to the nations, right? You can stand up and be men with assurance that you have nothing to look down on yourself for. Get rid of all that infamy, feminine thinking. You thinking feminine because you don't have a standard, a manly standard in your mind and in your super ego to draw from. So all praises to the Most High. We're going to let you go. We hope this has been a blessing to the body of Christ. All praise.